questions for Coach Staley.
Excuse me. Could you talk a little bit about defense? It looked like you were playing man, some you went to the zone. Everybody just destroys Tennessee with the zone. I was kind of surprised you didn't get it.
Oh, we played a fair share of zone. We probably played about 70% zone tonight. And we had to do that, especially the beginning of the third quarter when we got a lot of fouls called on us. We just felt like we had to protect our players a little bit more. But we came in thinking we would play a lot more zone than we played all year long, and just scouting them and seeing how zone slows them down a little bit, and it takes it makes them think a little bit rather than play off of what they do naturally. And if you let their talent comes into play, they're a different basketball team.
John, Tiffany was kind of having a rough first couple of quarters when she hit those like 6 straight points. Is that just the confidence that you have in her to leave her out on the field? She'll take over?
I mean, Tiffany, she was struggling a little bit early on, just pressing, and I think some of that is us, because we've constantly, talked to our team about getting the ball inside, and sometimes she is the one that, kind of gets out of, aggressive mode, so we got to do a better job at just kind of balancing, her ability to attack early and getting her some easy looks. But there's not a player on our roster, that can do the things that Tiffany Mitchell does and has done for our program. So, when the game is on the line, she's going to be out there.
Did you ever think you'd have to win a championship with Atlanta if it was not scoring?
No, but I take my hat off to Lay, because when you don't get touches and when you don't score the ball, it usually saps the energy out of you. But to have a player that she had a huge impact on this game, from a defensive standpoint and a rebounding standpoint. And I think Lay's whole objective coming into this game is to take care of Russell, just to not let Russell get off. And I thought she did a great job, whether we're in man or zone, doing that.
Coach, both you and Holly ended up getting technical fouls. What guards kind of get fired up out there, don't they?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think we see the game a little bit differently than, most coaches that play other positions. And I'm partial to point guards. But, I just thought that it was, necessary for us to kind of light a fire under our players.
Games could have gone either way, midway through the fourth quarter, and single digits. How have y'all considered to kind of get the ball off these close games?
Well, I think when you have players, seniors, we got seniors who have played a lot of basketball for us, a lot of tough environments, and it's familiar to them. So, we don't fret about being down or playing in close games. I think we play our best basketball in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line. And that's when experience comes into play. And fortunately for us, we got players who have been in these type of situations, and they execute at the end of games.
About 16-0 as close as you came last year. Does that even cost you money?
I want to win all of them. I mean, I want to win all of them. Have I looked at the history and seen what kind of programs have done it, and would we like to be in that number? Absolutely. But we're going to take one game at a time, and hopefully we can get that done.
And also, just looking at 8 years ago, you had a 10-win season. How special was it to be a 3-time conference champion?
I mean, it's pretty special. It's pretty special. The players that have come and gone and graduated from South Carolina, they've left a legacy for us to put us in this situation, and I'm very happy for the history of our program. I'm happy for the start of it, although it was it was tough to come to work every day. Until now, where we got great players who, understand what South Carolina women's basketball is all about, and they play to that reputation every time they step on the floor.
Don, as good as your program has been in recent years, is it still kind of surprising to you to think that you could win an SEC championship with this many games still in the
I mean, what happens is you have players who have been in this situation. Khadijah Session, Tiffany Mitchell, Tina Roy. We got, Asia Dozier, who didn't play, but she's over there coaching. She's a coach on the bench, and when you have that kind of experience, good things are going to happen. And it helps to have Elena Coates and Asia Wilson. You can do a lot. When you have the experience, of a backcourt and have the talent of a front court.
John, you spoke Sunday about going up against history all times. This program has struggled here. Do wins here mean more because it's so rare?
I mean, I don't think mean more. I said this a long time ago. I said this about Tennessee, and we said about, UConn. The more opportunity you get to play a team, it increases your chances of winning. So we're just under that umbrella of, having the luxury of playing them, more than once a year. And when you do that, you can scout a little bit. You can try to throw some wrinkles in there to throw them off a little bit. And it helps teams to play, programs like this multiple times.
Thank you, Coach.